Hello students, in this video I am going to explain about iterative statements in Python. The statements that keep repeating themselves as long as a given condition is true are called iterative statements or repetitive statements. As long as the condition becomes false, the loop terminates. So what is the iterative statement or what is the loop? The loop will continue until the condition is true. When the condition will false, the loop will terminate. Okay, so there are two types of iterative statements in Python. They are for and while. We will do some program using for loop and while loop, so your understanding will be better or you can understand the concept more clearly. So let us do a program to print 1 to 100 using for loop. See here, for I in a range 1 to 100. Here I have taken the first value as 1 and the last value as 101 because I want to print the value between 1 to 100. So print I first value it will display, then it will keep increasing value by 1. By default it increments the value by 1 and it will be happening up to 100. When it will be 101, the condition will become false and the loop will stop. If I am not using loop, what will happen? I have to type everything like print 1, print 2, print 3 up to 100 I have to type. If it is 1000 means I have to type 1000 times. If it is 1 lakh means we have to type 1 lakh times. So for that we have the loop. When we want to repeat the statement for a number of times, we can take the help of loop. Now let us save the program and let us see the output. Run module. So you can see the output here. The first value what it showed to you 1 and what is the last value you are able to see here 100. So 100 is the last value and first value is 1. Okay, let us do another program using in operator. In operator means it will check whether that value exists or not. So for that I am taking in operator with for loop. If that value will exist, it will return you a true value. If that value doesn't exist, it will return you a false value. So let us do that. So print 5 in now close the square bracket, close the one bracket. Now save. Run module. What it returns you? True. Why it returned you true? Because you can see this 5 exists here in the list. If that value will not be there, it will return a false value. Let us see. I am entering now 6. Save. Run module. What it is returning? It is returning a false value. Because 6 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 is not here. So it is returning a false value. Now we will see another program using for loop. For that what I want to do is I want to find out the cube of the numbers for a particular range. Okay, I want to find the cube of numbers for a particular range. Let us do that program. Then we will move to while loop. Suppose for I in range 5 to 10. So what I want to find out the cube of numbers between 5 to 10. So what is the formula of cube? We have to multiply that number for 3 times. So I am typing here print. What is the name of the variable I have taken? I. I into I into I. Save. Now you run the module. You can see here how it is calculating the cube. First 5 cube, 5 into 5 into 5, that is 125. Then 6 cubes, then 7 cubes, then 8 cubes, and it will continue up to 9. Why? Because after 9 it will become 10 and 10 is not within the range 10. So the loop will become false. The condition will become false. So the loop will terminate. When we will reach 10, the condition becomes false. So the loop terminates. So what it is doing? It is calculating the cube of the numbers between 5 and 10. Now let us do another program using for loop. For that I am deleting this course, otherwise there will be confusion. For example, I want to find the sum of some numbers in a range. I am doing one more program in for loop. After that we will go to the while loop. Suppose first variable I declared as 0. For sum I am taking s, you can take sum also. Sum equal to 0. Or s, it is a keyword. So s only I am taking. S equal to 0, or summation you can type, because sum is a keyword. So keyword we should not take. Summation equal to 0, it will be a big one. M equal to int, input, enter a number. Now I am going to take another variable n, int, input, enter a number. After that, what I want to do? I want to add the values in a range. Now you see, for I in range. What range I want to take? I am taking a small number so that you can know. M, that what is the value? M, N. When I will enter, I will take a small range because I am using the input function. So here we don't have to specify what is the starting number and what is the ending number. In the runtime, we will specify that. For I in range M, N, then you have to give the colon here. Then what I will do? I will type what is the value I have taken for sum? Summation. Summation equal to summation plus I. Now we have to print. Sum of the numbers are summation. The name of the variable is summation. So I have to give the name of the variable which is storing the addition of the numbers. Now what I will do is I will save the file. File, save. Now go to run module. Now you can see it is asking me first number. I gave 1. Then I will give another number. Suppose I am giving 5. Now it is calculating the total and it is giving me. Let us understand the program. See here, summation equal to 0. What I did, I declared a variable as summation and I am storing 0 inside that variable. Next, M equal to int, input, enter a number. Suppose first you enter 1. So that 1 will be stored inside M. Now input, enter a number. Suppose you entered 5. So 5 will be entered inside N. Now what I am doing? I am using the for loop so that I can go to each variable and I can add them. For I in range M to N. So what is the value here? 1 and 5. So it will continue up to which value? What is the last value? 5. So it will count the number up to 4. At 5 it will stop. Summation equal to summation plus I. So what is the first value? 0. When I entered 1, what will happen here? 0 plus 1. So what will be stored inside summation? 1. Again, next value. What will be the next value? 2. Because I have taken the range 2. So 1 plus 2. How much? 3. Then the value is 3. 3 plus 3. How much? 6. Then what is the value? 4. 4 plus 6. How much? 10. So here we are getting 10. But when the value will increase 1 more, it will be 5. But here the condition will become false because we have taken the range 1 and 5. So when it will be 5, 5 is not in the range 5. So condition becomes false and we exited from the loop. So I hope you can understand for loop clearly. Now we will move to while loop. Let us start with while loop. For that I am deleting all these things and we are going to while loop now. So let us understand while loop with the help of the following program. So here I have declared I equal to 10 while I less than 20. In this program I want to find out the square of the numbers between 10 to 20. So I equal to 10 while I less than 20. 10 less than 20 condition is true. Print I into I means 10 into 10, 100. I plus equal to 1. I equal to I plus 1. I plus equal to 1 means I equal to I plus 1. Means 10 plus 1, that is 11. 11 less than 20. Again condition is true. So it will multiply 11 with 11. Again I plus equal to 1. 11 plus equal to 1. 12. So it will continue until we reach 20. So when we will reach 20, 20 less than 20, condition false and we will exit from the loop. So let us save the program, run it. So you can see it is calculating the square of the numbers between 10 to 19. When we are reaching 20, 20 less than 20, condition becomes false. So we will exit from the loop. So let us do another programming of infinite loop using while. Okay, we will use now infinite loop and we will use the while iterative statements there. What is infinite loop? The loop which does not terminate. It means in this case the condition remains true always. For that let us type a program so that we can see how a infinite loop works. For that I am taking I equal to 10 while I greater than 1. Now print I plus equal to 1. Save, run. Now you can see this loop is not stopping. It is continuously going on. Why? Because it is an indefinite loop or infinite loop. So how it works? Let us see. When I typed I equal to 10, 10 greater than 1, condition true. So it printed the value 10. Now 10 plus equal to 1. So 10 equal to 10 plus 1, that is 11. So 11 greater than 1. So after incrementing the value by 1, whatever value we are getting, that is always greater than 1. So here the condition will never become false. So that is why it is an infinite loop. So we will finish this lesson with another example, with another program by using loop else statement. So what is the loop else statement, that I will explain. Okay. So a for loop or a while loop both can have an optional block called else. Okay. So this else part is executed if the loop terminates. So while you are terminating your loop, that time this else part will execute. So let us do a small program. How we can use the else with for loop. Let us see. For this I am taking a small program for I in range 1 to 5, for example. Now print the value of I. Now I am going to take else part. Else print loop terminates. save and run. Now you can see here when we are getting this else message when our loop is terminating. See here, for I in a range 1 to 5. So it will print the value within the range 1 to 5. So the last value will be 4. After 4, my loop will terminate because after 4, I will reach 5 and 5 is not within the range 5. So after 4, my loop will terminate. So after 4, it is going to else block and it is displaying the message loop terminates. Okay, so this is how your else block works with for loop or while loop, but it is optional one. It is not compulsory to take else block with the iterative statements. So this is all about your it is all about your lesson iterative statements in Python. Thank you.